Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it working? Is it working? I don't know. I don't know if you can hear me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Yes? I don't know if I'm even plugged in. Can hear you. Can hear me? Yes. Okay. Why can't I hear myself, I wonder? Oh, well, we're going to keep going. Hello, everybody. How are you? If you saw my community post, I wasn't going to come on because I wasn't ready. It's just really weird that I can't hear myself. Sorry, let me just quickly. I can hear my head. I am trying a new system. So, for those of you who may not know, OBS. Hang on. I think I know maybe what I'm doing. So, if you bear with me, are you okay to bear with me? I haven't read the comments yet. So, let me just. It just feels really weird that I can't hear myself. And let me try. Like I said, audio speaker. That's why. Hello, hello, hello. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So let's do this. Let's see if it works. So I'm working on StreamYard, which is where I'm streaming from. And I'm putting the camera through an OBS, which is a broadcasting system that I thought I'd play around with. What happened was I joined a masterclass that allows you to do stuff on this OBS system. And I've been wanting to do it for a while, but it was such a big learning curve. But this guy, Philippe Nardi, I think his last name, from Inside the Show, the masterclass is now finished. And I didn't purchase the course because it's just I've done too many courses. And so he made it look easy, and this is what it is. So let me just show you, but let me see who's here. And like, I wasn't going to go on because I spent 2 days playing with it, and then I put all my tasks aside. And then yesterday I had a lovely catch-up time with a friend of mine. We caught up for coffee, went around the city, and then I thought I would get things planned for today, but unfortunately I was on the couch sleeping the rest of the afternoon and the evening. So I thought, okay, all right, I won't go on. They'll forgive me, and I know you would. But I'll talk to you about the response that I got on the community post. But before I keep going, I want to say hello to Elle. Hello, how are you? May, I'll speak about May and Steph as well, and haven't had a chance to have a look at the rest of the community post replies. But a slice of life. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Marcus is here. Hey, Marcus, how are you? Marcus, everybody just had a birthday, so we want to wish him a very, very happy birthday. Let me see if this will work at the same time as everything else. Woohoo! Happy birthday to you. I'm so glad that we are now the 49ers. So Marcus has also joined the 49ers club. So happy birthday. Who else do we have here? Stephanie, Slice of Life, May, Marcus, L, Slice of Life. Here we go. And everyone can hear me well. So Stephanie says, so glad you came on. Congrats on your new program. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it because honestly, I don't know why I can't hear myself. That's just really, really weird because normally I'd hear myself through my headphones. Now, I don't know, because this broadcasting software uses my internet band, so that's the only thing that I'm thinking. I can see the quality of it is not as good because it's, my internet isn't as great here where we are, and that's why StreamYard was good, because then it would use their cloud, or it'll run it through their cloud. But we're going to play along because remember, as I always say, it's not about perfection, it's about progress, just making those steps. Am I right? I am right. Yes. Steph says this is good because you can work out the system live. Exactly. Thank you. Yes. see all the boo-boos and the mistakes. Just remove the headphones and go on. All right. I'll do that. Okay. Thank you, Marcus. And so planner at guinea pigs. Yes, I can. Hello, Jennifer. How are you? Can hear me as well. Okay, let's go. Jennifer's here. Hi there. Welcome everybody. You needed you needed the time with your friend. Yes, it was a great catch up. And that's one of the priorities that I have for the month of June is that connect, that one of the key areas that I have as part of the wheel of life is to make sure that I am nurturing not only my relationships with you guys here on the internet, on the world wide web, but also to make sure that I am nurturing my connections with people in real life. You know, we spent so many years not being seeing our friends and family, you know, in real life, that it's important that we nurture that as well. So, not unfortunately. Okay. So I'm presuming that I must have said something unfortunately. Yes, I did need the rest. And of course, it was great. And I had a nice nap. And great that you are here. Not being prepared is not good reason to skip. Exactly. And Marcus knows this very well because, of course, Marcus, for those of you who may not know, Marcus also has his own YouTube channel and talk about, you know, for content creators, just going on live and making sure to, you know, just do it where you're at, you know, and that was pretty much ringing in my ear, as well as, of course, and Stephanie, who have responded to my community post. So I appreciate you all and thank you. You're welcome. Happy birthday. And Stephanie says, I think it is great to spend time with your crew, Marianne. It was wonderful to hear from you as well. Yes, I reached out to Stephanie as well today. So a lot of connections this week. So I'm not going to see this live stream as I'm not considering it as a failure, because of course we know there's no such thing. It's only learning experiences, right? But what I want to make sure is, you know, for those of you that know me a little bit, that I do like to be a little bit more prepared than I am today. But that's how we learn. So it is really good that I've connected with a lot of people, DMs and catching up on video calls. So you guys know who you are. Happy birthday to Marcus and happy birthday. Lots of, it's blurrier than normal. Yes, it is going through the OBS broadcast. So we'll do it. We can do it. You are right. Progress. And also you are showing your growth. Love this. And of course, for those, you know, I've got my little Bible that's from our Plan with Purpose course. I tapped into that, and I'll go through the things that made me go on live regardless of not being prepared, or regardless of not feeling up to it, because not unfortunately, okay, so we won't use that word, not everyone has the luxury of being able to rest and not go to work, but you know, a lot of us have got commitments outside of our home, whether we're carers, teachers, you know, working outside for an employer. So it's not, or you know, we have financial responsibilities. So it is not always possible to just go, Marianne, take the rest and everything else. We got to go and keep going, regardless of if it's just a small step. We got to do that. So I appreciate you all being here with me. And there is no necessity to hear yourself without guest and music. It's just what you used to. Yeah, it's just that I can't, you know, I'm not hearing myself through the headphones. But you're right. No guests today and no music. Happy birthday, Marcus. Excellent. I love it. All right. Thank you, everyone. See, I'm so glad that I did turn up, because we will never have the opportunity to wish Marcus his happy birthday during his birthday week. Is it still, Marcus? I hope so. Hi there, Elle. Stephanie says, I'm watching everyone's channel now, and man, you're also awesome with your content and passion to put knowledge out there for us. Yes, and it's so great that we have a great content creator community, and for all of you to be here as well, you know, supporting each other. Thank you very much. Cheers to the content creators out there. And it wouldn't have been a failure even if you had chosen not to go live. Correct, correct. So true, so true. We all have priorities. All right, I'm caught up. Okay, so now let's get on with this show. So this is the only thing that I am a bit wary of with the OBS is because the quality isn't as great. But then this is what we'll, what we'll do. And so hopefully it is something that maybe later down the track, when I have a better, whether it's a computer system, internet, still the same with our internet, maybe I have to locate my modem a little bit higher. My boys keep telling me, Mom, put it higher because that's on the floor, because I don't want it to show up on my background. All right. So are we good? Are we happy? Yes, I was so happy seeing you go live. I switched over from watching. Yeah, Marianne's better than sport. We're all learning. All right, let's see how this goes. Well, let's see. Okay, so we have on OBS, you've got this system where I am in a little rectangle StreamYard, hopefully soon, with all the changes that you can customize it. So then you can have a nice little frame that's a little bit more than your normal just rectangle with sharp corners. I was able to also put shadow behind the frame right here. So that's quite nice. And then also the rectangular layout for my desk, and then able to have a shadow in my background color behind it, as well as that little logo over there in the corner. So let me know what you think with that. Okay. All right, so this is this was the state of my desk. I actually sorted it before I started, and I went, no, let's recreate it, just to say, if you have fallen off the wagon, as the title suggests, what do you do when you have fallen off the planning wagon? So in my case, on Wednesday, I did the masterclass, and then I played around with this OBS system. And honestly, I don't know if I am an undiagnosed ADHD, but a lot of my followers are actually saying maybe you are on that spectrum, Marianne, because I have fallen throughout many years where I do get fully concentrated on a new hobby, new passion. I have to have everything. I spend 3 days just doing that, not showering, just concentrating on that. And so pretty much that's what I did with the OBS. And so my to-do list didn't get done. Now, I don't know if I want to keep going with this. Okay, are you able to bear with me? I'm going to swap to see if I can do a different camera, because I think it is more important that you see my planner desk in a clearer. So bear with me and see if we can do this. Hang on a second. I'm going to turn. Okay. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. So it's still probably the same. Let me just zoom in a bit. Pardon me, everybody, while I go and reach. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you. Let me see if I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Let me just double check. Thank you for that. It's just a shame that the let me just see. I'm so glad that you guys are very forgiving with this stuff. All right, so let's see if I can do. I'm going to go back to my StreamYard little deck and see if it'll allow me to do it. La la la, ta-da! Okay, all right. Let me know if it's all good. Okay, she's back. Just stand by. Hit the, where are we? Marcus is a confirmed ADHD. I think, yeah, I need to go and have figure things out with myself there. Let's have a look. All good. We're all learning. All right. So forgive me if you have any questions that you may have said. I won't go back to, because there's quite a bit of comments coming in now. But I did see Angela. Hello. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me. And I did see Isabel. Hi. I can hear you. Thank you. We knew you'd figure it out. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Yes. So what I had to go back and get in, get out. Okay. So, from what I see, it's still a blur. I don't know. So hopefully it'll get processed, or regardless, the content and what I say is what hopefully you can take away from today's live. And then that way it's the OBS, because it's running through bad Australian internet. It's not bad internet. It's just my system is not as powerful. So that's okay. All good. I've turned it off, and then everything else. So hopefully it'll get better in the background. And I think I've taken everything else off. All right. So I appreciate your patience. We're going to get through. All right. So what happens when you fall off the planning wagon like I have? So like I said, I was concentrating on something else, things on my to-do list. So let's say, when was it? Wednesday, Thursday, and pretty much Friday and Saturday. So this is my personal size Filofax Molden Organizer in the color pink. I have daily pages in here because I like to time block, and then it has enough room for all of my tasks and to-dos. So then this was Wednesday, Thursday, and so I have gone back and did the things I'm going to tell you what to do when you do fall off the wagon. First of all, take a break. Right. So if you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm falling behind, I don't know what to do, I've got so many things that's just still on my to-do list, and you just go, what am I going to do? So instead of getting yourself overwhelmed, getting yourself all stressed, what you need to do is take a break. Have a coffee, have your tea, go for a walk, clean something. So have sort of like, I call it like a mind cleanser. So you know how when you go to a perfume shop, or, Marcus, if you go and get cologne, I don't know if, I'm sure they'll have it as well. They give you, if you're smelling different fragrances, they're going to give you coffee beans. Because then you smell the coffee beans, it cleanses your nose palate, your nasal passage, or whatever it is, and then that way you can then smell the notes of the next set of perfume or cologne. So taking a break is like your coffee bean or a mind cleanser. It just sort of like resets everything, and then that way leave everything as is. It may be overwhelming. My desk might have been a big mess and things are all everywhere. Just leave it for the moment, because it's important. The number one priority is you, right? You're going to get overwhelmed and stressed. It's because it's just like as if if you were a computer, you'd be overheating because you have too many tabs open and you just don't know where to start. So first and foremost is take a break. Okay, once you've taken a break, maybe do what I did. Reach out to your friends, reach out to loved ones. I reached out to my community here on YouTube and said, I don't think I can go on a live today. I'm not prepared. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to talk about. And guess what? Of the ones that I have seen, I'm not sure if there were any other replies apart from May and Steph. They said, look, just go on. If it's not, if it's not fully ready, it doesn't matter, just I am thinking that they have given me this advice is because they want to see me, and I know that you guys give me so much positive energy and boost and motivation every time I come off a Monday live. Monday here in Sydney, Australia, where I'm from, where you are, your Sunday afternoon or evening. So reach out to a friend, have that coffee, have that DM, have that call. And it's just a really great way. I talk about how community is so important to help, not accountability in the sense that they're going to hold you responsible, or or that you're going to feel blame yourself that, you haven't done stuff. But it's just your little hug, your little support to say, look, whatever you're going through, we've got you. I'm here for you. And so if you do want to go on live, or you want to do something, whatever it is, that have made you fall off the planning wagon, they will understand. So make sure, if you do have certain members of your community, whether your friendship, whether your family, that don't give you that positive vibe, don't go out and reach out to them. If you know, oh, they're going to go tell me, just come on, pick yourself up, just keep going, or not nurturing and not supportive, make sure you do reach out to those people that are going to boost you up. All right. So what have we got? Take a break, reach out to your community. And the next thing we can do is let's look at our planners. All right. So this is where we're at. I have lots of to-dos on my tasks that didn't get done. Right. Let's put that aside for the moment. And then we've got clean up your environment, clean up your desk area, put things back where they belong. Right? So we're going to have a nice, clean, fresh start. Sometimes you may just close it all up again. Okay. There we go. Close it up, tidy everything, put everything away. So even though you're going to go and, use it again, always have a place where you put things back, because your environment is as important as your planner. Okay, so really, really important. So let's have a look. So we've got Jennifer, take a break, 2, reach out, 3, tidy up. So and let me see if I'm going to go off order here. Sorry, because I've just gone, because you guys have been so great in the chat. And of course, if you are watching on replay and this is playing nicely and it's a little bit clearer, hopefully it is. Maybe let me see if I refresh my YouTube. I can see the screen. Right. So those things so far. So we've got 3 things. Thank you, Jennifer, for outlining them for us here. And then the next thing to do is, instead of going back and just getting overwhelmed with all the things on your to-do list, grab a blank piece of paper, get a notebook, rip a page off your planner that's blank. So, because what happens is, if you go back to, let's say, even if it's a messy room, right? When you go to a messy room, you just get overwhelmed. And so that'll stop you from moving forward. And then you're just going to get overwhelmed. So sometimes, even when you're supposed to do a declutter of a room, a cupboard, a drawer, is to get everything out, right? Clean it up, clear it up, so you have a nice, clean, fresh start. So for me, I've created a running to-do list. So I print quite a few of these out, so then I just have it handy. It's a 1-pager, right? So you're only going to put your tasks on 1 page. If you feel like you're going to go over and spill over to the next page, then you're going to be back at where you started with, being overwhelmed. So what you need to do is, you're going to just go and have your clean page, or have a running to-do list like this, where you're just going to list things out, non-chronological order. We're not going to work out yet when to do them, what to do, or anything else. We're just going to go and have a look at where we left off. Okay, so in my case, let's look at Wednesday. So some of this I've already written down. Let's have a look. Wednesday. Okay, so if you're on your uh, tasks or daily planner or weekly planner where you think you've fallen off and you've got, I don't know what I have to do, go have a look at that list. Okay, cross off anything that you know you're not going to carry over. So for me, for example, I missed out on working out on Wednesday, right? I'm not going to, that workout, it's gone for the day. I'm going to go and maybe work out the next day. So I'm going to cross that off. Tidying up. All right, I've missed that boat. I'm going to cross it off. And then go through the list. And then the first thing you do is go through it and just go, do I need to carry that over or not? If not, cross it off. The next thing to decide is that something that I can do within 2 minutes? If it can get completed within 2 minutes, just do it. Do it now. Right. So I think it's all based on Atomic Habit, James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. If it's something that can get done in 2 minutes, just do it. Don't carry it over. Don't write it down again. So I think one of the things that I did was reply to an email. So I had been there, I had moved it, from the previous day to the next day. Just go, let me just reply to that email. A lot of times there might be some hard emails, replies that you got to do, you don't want to do, and you keep putting it off. If it's a matter of thank you, no thank you, or look, can we leave this until next month? I'm not, I'm not I don't have the capacity at this stage to look at it further. Can we move it? Let's reschedule it, or maybe it's something you can delegate. Have a think. If it's something that can get done in 2 minutes, just do it. Don't worry about carrying it over. Okay? So, first, do you really need to do it? If not, cross it off. Done. That's already one thing ticked off the list that you had, forgotten. Next, can I do it in the next 2 minutes? Yes, do it. No, it takes more than that. Then put it on your to-do list, right? Just write it down. So go through the list. Is this important to me? Is this urgent? Is this something that I can move to next month, next week? Is this something that I can delegate to someone else? If like you had put there vacuuming, and then you go, you know what? I'm going to get my older son to do that, or help out, or do the laundry, or take the washing out of the dryer. See if you can delegate it. It doesn't have to be you that completes it. Always think that. It's like not everything has to be done by you. You can delegate. If you have someone in the house that can help you, if you have someone at work that can help you, if you have a project and you're supposed to do some research, just ask a colleague. Look, I'm supposed to research these names, these lists, or whatever. Are you able to help me? Because I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the moment, and I know I'm going to crack. And so I just need someone to take it off my my to-do list. Is that something you can help me with? See, things on your to-do list doesn't necessarily mean it's you that needs to execute them. It can be someone else. It can be someone else that you can get ask helpful. Hello, Laura. How are you? I see you there. And Irene, hello. How are you? This is so key. Just do it. So I'm sure you guys are hopefully getting a lot of value from so far what I've spoken about, of what to do when you've fallen off the planning wagon. So make sure you do hit that like button. If I don't get to see your comments, I just want to make sure I am aware of time, and I'm looking at my my video stream at the moment, and it's so blurry. So hopefully the words carry value. Okay, so if I get a lot of replies and comments and questions that I may have missed out, then I will do a video on demand instead, to make sure we really hone in on those things, that what we can do if we feel like we can't, we don't want to, we don't have the energy, I've fallen off, I feel overwhelmed, I feel stressed, I'm doubting myself, I can't do it, I'm procrastinating. Name all the things that get in the way of us taking action. Because like me, I didn't want to do the live stream because I felt like I didn't have all the things I needed to be ready. And at the moment, the stream is not looking as the way I want. I could easily go, let's cut it. Let's cut the stream. But I know this is what I'm doing for myself today. And I know from the comments and the DMs that I get, it's like, if I can reach just one of you going, oh, Marianne, I needed that today, then that is such a valuable thing for me and also for us as a community. Do it. Okay. All right. So there we go. So we start to list the things on our previous to-do list, the ones that maybe we may not want to look at. Start looking at it and start culling. Culling, is that the word? Right? Go through it with fine-tooth comb and just go, is it urgent? Is it important to me? Will it matter in 10 minutes? Will it matter in 10 weeks? Will it matter in 10 years if I don't get to action these things right now? Because what you need to do is you need to take the weight off your shoulders, the weight out of, all those overload in our head. When you get that lump in your throat, when you get that funny feeling in your stomach and you go, oh, this is giving me anxiety, I'm getting quite anxious about it, right? It's really important. Now, what is going on? I am seeing May. Oh, May and everyone, you have know how much I heard you, May. You know what? Sometimes when we help others, which you have and Steph, and I'm sure everyone else that have given me support, sometimes the support that we give others is the support we need to hear back. And that is why I am here, because of you, because of Steph and all the people that's here watching at the moment. I know we have a lot of, silent watchers, and I appreciate you all being here, but it's really the community. And that is why I know I have succeeded in making progress in the last year since, for those of you, I had a mental breakdown back in February 2023. And I wondered, how come I'm still doing it? I'm still showing up, even if, it's not all perfect. It's because of you, my community. And if I can give back in a way that me showing up when it's not messy. I'll tell you this. I did put a lip gloss, and this makeup is still yesterday's makeup. Yep. I pretty much moved from my couch napping in the afternoon, late evening, to trying to figure out how I'm going to go on here on live. So May, I'm sending you this big hug. Wait. It has to be a full hug. All right. Oh, there we go. Hope you feel that. You do have everything you need. Yes. Excellent. And you have us. Oh, I love you, May. That's it. We need to get the Planner at Cons going. That's right. We got to go and meet up with each other in real life. That's going to be a goal. And Elle says, thankful you decided to be live today. I was missing this group. And we were missing you too, Elle. So I know Elle has been away for a while, and it was so great to see her name pop up again. So thank you. See, this is why we need to be here for each other. So through our love of planning, through our love of washi tapes and stickers and colorful markers, we are joining each other one day at a time. That's right, Laura. Hello, Laura. Did I say hello to you? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. Exactly. All right, so let's get back. Okay, so, and if there's things on there, remember that, it's not that matters to you. It's not going to move the needle with the things that are important to you, right? The 7 key areas of focus for me spiritually. So whether you're a religious person or you're a spiritual person, tap into that. So for me, it's about meditating and being mindful. You got your mental well-being. Are you reading things that bring you joy? Reading books doesn't necessarily have to be, the academic books or the self-help books. I used to read those romance novels, very Bridgerton-like, very Mr. Darcy type of romance. It transports you. They bring you joy. So mental key areas doesn't necessarily mean that you got to learn, in the academic sense. It's just about nurturing your mind. Physical, and again, the physical well-being doesn't mean that I've got to do cardio 6 hours, 6 hours, or not 6 hours, an hour or 45 minutes or an hour of exercise, or hit those high intensity type. Walking, are you walking? Are you moving? If you're sit at your desk all the time, are you getting up and stretching, right? And then so spiritual, mental, physical, social, are you connecting with loved ones? So, reach out to people, or DM. I'm doing that and saying, hey, how's it going? And then sometimes, that they may not be able to respond, but the act of you reaching out actually will give you a positive boost. So, I learned, used to have sort of some little resentment sometimes that, I'm working on myself, reaching out to loved ones, why aren't they reaching out to me? I matter too. And then it's like, well, back in my early 20s, there was some relationships that I didn't nurture. And so, I'm not looking at that as burnt bridges. It's just I need to build that bridge again. And so they may think that, I'm not reaching out to Marianne because maybe she's busy, or maybe she's got too many things on her plate. So remember, just the act of you reaching out to someone else will give you a positive boost, because you go, you know what, they may not reply, but they'll know that I'm here. Okay, so don't be in your own bubble, because human beings are not supposed to live in isolation, right? Because our brain, I always say this is the things I've learned, our brain is still in the caveman days, that we need to be part of a tribe, because if we're not part of a tribe, we're all on our own outside the cave, trying to fend for ourselves, trying to find food for ourselves, and trying to fight the saber-toothed tigers. Or if you're not within the tribe, you work within a community, you'll get kicked out and you'll be all by yourself. So our brain is still built, to be part of a community. So for others to reach out to you, you got to reach out to them. Okay, so then also, then the other things, your finance, your career, and your family. So in no particular order, making sure you're doing something a little bit in each areas of focus. So you can have your own headings. You can have 7 key areas of focus, you can have 3 key areas of focus, you can have 10, whatever it is. Make sure you're doing something a little bit in each area, not every day or throughout the week. So if you see that, I haven't had a chance to go catch up with friends for a while, you know what, I'm going to make time. Or you know what, I haven't read a book in a while, I might just go read a couple of pages of a biography. I love reading autobiography of actors and actresses from the heydays. Okay, so so build a bridge. Even 5 minutes can help connect with people that bring you joy. Who is cutting onions? I know. I stopped myself. I got nearly all like the teary eyes. So yes, one day at a time. All right. So okay. So once you go through all the tasks on the incomplete tasks, right? And I tell you, you'll start feeling a little bit better, because then you'll just go, I can't do all of those. I'll move it to next month. All right. So what do you do with things that you move to next month? Are you seeing in your on your screen, is it blurry? Let me know if your my desk shot is blurry, because then it'll be a shame. Or maybe it's just my internet connection, because it's probably running so many things in the background. So let me see if anything. So let me know if it is blurry. So the things to do for blurry, yeah, okay. Dang it. That's all right. What we're going to do is I'll reshoot it. Maybe I'm going to see if what can I do? Should I go back in and out? No, that's all right. It's okay. Will we be okay? Tell me we're okay. The words are coming through, right? The essence of the, the value of what I'm talking about is coming through. I know it looks like it's coming through. I'm seeing hearts and hugs and laughter. Who's cutting onions? Very blurry. Thank you, Isabel, for letting me know. Yep. Do you have a local recording on? I don't know what I have on, Jennifer. Okay. It's all right. Hear you loud and clear. So we might just, all right. Well, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can just remove some camera. I do have anything else on in the background. There's nothing else on in my background. Or maybe there's a few different things on. Let me just see if my internet, what is it? That one. What is this one? Let's see. And I don't know if that has helped. I don't know if it helped with anything. But anyway, all right. So what do you do with things, Mary? Like you may ask, Marianne, what do you do with things that on your to-do list, you can't delegate it, you can't, cross it off the list? Well, what you can do is you might want to move it till next week, or you might want to move it till next month. So where do you hold those things? Let me just see. Sorry, I'm playing with the things in my my computer to see if I can get something back up. Let me just double check. Bear with me. I appreciate your your patience. Okay. Post it as is. This way you can track your own growth. Your message is loud and clear. Oh, you are so good. Hear you loud and clear. Yeah, well, I'm going to keep it as is, because I know my very first live streams were like a big mess. All right. So what do we do, Marianne, if I need to still do it, and I've decided that it is something that I may move next month, or maybe further down the track, that it's not within my capacity? You look less blurry now. Yay! It's better now. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Magic. Anyway, so what I have is what's called list of stuff. So you need to have a system that you can trust, as in something you can refer back to. So you know how we have lots of post-it notes, it's sticking here, it's sticking there, it's sticking everywhere, and then we go, we can't, what was that thing I was supposed to do? So I have a list of stuff, printable download, that I use to go and note down the things that I know I have to do, but I don't know yet the outcome or when I'm going to do it. So this is just, it's really honestly, it's just rows and rows and rows and rows of things. It's just like a list. But then what you're going to do is this printable download has columns. I mean, this one, 2, 4, 6 columns, where this is based on David Allen's book, How to Get Things Done. Right. So according to David, stuff are things that you want to do, need to do, or may want to do. And the list of it is, you don't know yet when or the outcome, but you need to remember it, or else you'll forget it. So list of stuff is just, for example, I know I may have to go and review my subscriptions, on my phone, but it's not something that I'm going to look at this month, because I looked at it last month. So I'll review it. So that in order for me to not forget to check, I'm going to put it on a list of stuff. So this is the A5. I do have it also in a Happy Planner Classic letter size as well. And then the one I'm using at the moment is on the personal size. So I have my color code, and you can assign whatever color code you have. Pink is me stuff. Purple is family and the boys in the school. Yellow is Instagram stuff. Orange is YouTube stuff. What's that one? Sort of like a teal or aqua is, I think, brand partnership stuff. And green is my shop and other income producing activities. And so some of the stuff on here is, for example, review my top sales by revenue right there. So I need to look at that, and then I put that in that bucket or that collection. Another thing is read Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. Well, I'm going to cross that off because I am actually reading that book now. So let me just do this while I have you. So that was a and then I just highlight it because I love highlighters and all these stuff. It's just so then when I'm going to review this again next week, at the beginning of next week, to see is there anything on my list of stuff that I can assign this week, then I can just go pick one item from each bucket or collection that I can assign for myself in the new week. So I must have assigned this one for myself. I'm sure it's somewhere in my to-do list now, a current to-do list, to go and read. And let me just go. So then I got it on my Kindle. So Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. I've only read 10% of this so far. And so far, the words in it are just ringing true. Like, it's stuff that you and I have heard before from productivity gurus, from, well-being, mental health gurus and experts. But sometimes you just gonna need to read it for yourself. So if you are feeling like, hey, I'm just procrastinating, I'm overwhelmed, I'm stressed, I'm fearful of doing something, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway is a great book. I have it in my Amazon storefront and it's under the book section. So I have that there. So I'm reading that. So read that book. Someone had mentioned it. I think it was Ali Abdal on his YouTube channel. Someone had mentioned it, that it was one of his book recommendations. So I had written that in my list of stuff. So as you can see, I have lots of things, right? So it's already like 1, 2, 3, 4th page into my list of stuff. But then it's a reminder for myself to read that book because I wrote it down on a system that I could trust, that I could go back to once a week to see if there's anything I can do now or maybe later, or still, oh, yep, that's still something I want to do later down the track. I don't know when, but it's still something that, so you don't get to forget all the stuff. So list of stuff, or just you can have another notebook or another planner or whatever it is, where you just write down notes. Even if you do write things on Post-it notes, because, sometimes Post-it notes are handy. You can either stick those Post-it note on that same system or rewrite it and then just get rid of the Post-it notes, because all these, they come off the wall, you forget them. Where did I put the Post-it note? Was it in this planner? Was it in my wallet? Was it in my whatever? Have a trusted system, and that is where list of stuff as in, I don't know, things, stuff, whatever, but I need to make sure to do it. Okay. Let's have a look. Kind of like I want to clean the dining room and my filming space, but I probably am moving that to July because it may not get done in June. Exactly. You want to remind yourself that is something that I want to do because it's important to me. It matters to me because then you're going to have a nice filming area. And of course, we know environment affects your mood and your energy and your productivity. So yeah, really important. Things I need to do, but I'm not doing it yet. I don't know how that will look. All right, so list of stuff is a really great. Sound check is good, picture is clear now. Oh yay, yes, I think the OBS running in the background. So it's a shame. I don't think I'm going to use it if it's because my computer at the moment is a hand-me-down, and I need to get rid of a lot of files that's in it. Or the other thing is run the OBS system on a separate laptop dedicated for just that. But now I know that it gets blurry running that system for my current setup. So speaking of, I'm going to put on my list of stuff. See, I've got my little, what do you call this? Dividers. So then I could just go, whoop, go straight to the thing and just go clean computer. Because I have lots of video files and all that stuff. I did buy, the external hard drive, whatever they're called. So I got to clean up. So that's list of stuff. Okay. So then what's the next thing? All right, so we're going through the things, the incomplete, that's the overwhelming. Oh my goodness, I've fallen off the planning wagon. I don't know where to start. So list everything down. All right, so this one, and guess what? You don't have to start on the Monday. If you feel like you are losing control on a Thursday, look at this one. See? So Saturday, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I'm going to start it on the Saturday, right? So don't wait. Don't wait for a new week, new month, new year to start and go. You can start now. And the start now can just be small 2 minutes, small 5 minutes, small one thing at a time, like a lot of you have been saying in the chat, right? So just start with wherever you are, do your break, call a friend, have a walk, have a coffee, and then just go, all right, let's tackle this one thing at a time. Do I need to have that to go on my list? No. Can it be done in 2 minutes? Yes, let's do it. Can I do it this week, next month? No, let's put it on my list of stuff. Okay. So then once you start putting down all the things that you are still want to complete, need to do, important, it's that matter to you, then that's when you're going to start looking, all right, I need to assign these tasks on different dates. I'm going to see if I don't have I'm going to do this one. All right. So let's just go. I'm going to zoom in a bit. Let's just say this is 1, blah, 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 2, blah, 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 3, blah, 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 4, blah, blah, blah. It's just I might just have some stuff on there that I haven't checked to see if it's something that I can share. So 5, blah, 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 6, blah, 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 7, blah, blah, blah. All right. Remember, do not go over that page. The reason why you only want it on one page is you can see it at a glance. You can have control of it. You're not going to, because if you keep going to the next page, you're going to get overwhelmed. And then you start at the back of the beginning, right? So then what you start to do, let's say today, today is Monday, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 17, yeah, okay. So, all right, go down the list. So how do you prioritize, Marianne? I hear you ask. Right. So the things to ask, which ones are urgent? So which ones are time sensitive? So you need to have a look at them. So let's say number 4, I need to reply to email for Bob, right? And because he needs to know the answer by Tuesday. So what you need to do then is on this to-do list, you got little columns. So then you would go and put a little dot. I have on there keys. So dot is to action. Cross is you've completed it. Little arrows, you'll move it to the next day. And crossing off is you no longer need to action. Right? So first thing to do is have a look at what's urgent. But urgent that is important, not urgent because it's someone else's on someone else's agenda. So while you're thinking of urgent, time sensitive, is it also important to you? right? Because if you're always replying every time an email comes up, every time someone asks you for help, and then you go, oh, I got to do that, guess what happens? Then you put the things that are important to you on the side, on the sideline, and then that's when you're going to feel overwhelmed because you are reacting to someone else's agenda, to what is important to someone else, what is important or urgent for someone else. So you also need to go, if I don't answer this, if I don't reply to Bob, what's going to happen? Well, we're part of a team. He's not going to be able to get the stuff done for the projects, that I'm managing, that I'm part of, whatever it is, right? Or have a start to think of that. But then if you go, oh, reply to Bob by Tuesday. What happens if I don't reply to Bob by Tuesday? You might just have to go, Bob, I can't get that done by Tuesday. Is there someone else that can do that for you? See, because what you say yes to will take away the space for the things that you want to say yes to that's important to you, right? So by also saying no will give you space for the things that's important to you. So sometimes you might have to go, oh, if I say no, they'll get upset with me. Then you go, will they be upset with me in 10 minutes? Yes, probably, because I'll see them in the lunchroom, or, they might go, oh. Will they be upset with me in 10 weeks? No, probably not. Well, Bob, will they be upset with me in 10 years? No, won't even, right? So start thinking of those ways to go and figure out what things to prioritize. Okay, so then you go through your list, put things that are urgent, that's important to you, and the other thing is the hard tasks. Right, the things that you put off. Well, I'll put it off, but I'll put it off because it might make you feel anxious or it's too hard. Try and put the things that are a little bit harder to do, but you need to keep on your list at the beginning of the week or at the beginning of the day when you have the most energy. Right, so then what's going to happen is when you go through this list, you'll start to go, okay, I'll do that on Monday, I'll do that on Tuesday, I'll do that one on Thursday. Oh, I've already got 3 things that I got to do on Monday. I won't do that on Monday. Let's do it on Wednesday instead. Oh no, well, Fridays are my day off, so I'm not going to assign anything on Friday. Sunday, I'm spending time with the kids, so I'm not doing anything on Sunday. So see, by having it on the one page, you now visually, from a bird's eye point of view, you got to feel like you're in a little bit more control, because you go, well, I've got lots of stuff on Monday. I'm not putting anything on Monday. For me, Tuesday is when I actually I take a day off. So I'll do stuff in the morning, but then I'll take the afternoon off, because coming from the weekend, planning for my live stream, and then beginning of week, the new week, and coming from a high, spending time with you guys, and then Tuesday, so like, oh, now we're back to to the mundane stuff of day-to-day grind, for me, content creation, for me, planning the week, and then the excitement of Monday and the weekend has worn off. So what I do is, instead of crashing from a high, is I actually then nurture myself and go, take the day off. Because if you keep going from a high to they'll go, oh, now I've got to do all the normal stuff, right? Then you start to go, oh, that's when the niggling thoughts come in. So nurture yourself. Make sure on your to-do list that you are putting in time for yourself. Do not put stuff on days that you have the day off, because then what's the point? You're going to get overwhelmed again. So make sure that you have the opportunity to go and nurture yourself. Okay, so how are we feeling? Is that something so far that you can do? So you don't have to have my planner printable download, right? Would be great if you did. You know, you can find it on my website at mariannecrest.com. I have A5 size planner printable. I have Happy Planner Classic size. I have letter size. I have for, you know, personal size. I even have size for the pocket. So whatever planner size you have, I have printables that, you know, that might be suitable, or just go with your planner pages. Go with a blank piece of paper. Go even with an old diary, you know, maybe from 2023 that you didn't get to use. Cross off the date and just use that as a starting point. So just make sure that you have a system that you can write things down on. So really important. So that's the to-do list. So let me just quickly have a look at what I have on here. Look at each task, write it down, see what's urgent, see what's important, see which ones you can delegate, see which ones you can cross off and leave it off the list. And the other thing too is if there is a task that you keep moving from day to day, and then you just, it's been on your to-do list for the last 3 days, last week, last 2 weeks, start to assess, why aren't I doing it? Is it hard? Is it not important to me? Is there something missing? Or is it something that is just too big for you to go and to tackle? So when you have a task that's too big to tackle, let's just say clean the bedroom, right? Cleaning the bedroom or cleaning your dining area or your space, it's just too massive a task. You need to go and be more specific. And that's when, as part of my Get Things Done printable, I have, I'm going to take this off and erase that pencil for later and reuse. So once you have your list of stuff, you've written it down, and then there's things that's just on your list that's just too big to tackle. You need to break it down. So again, according to David Allen's book, How to Get Things Done, anything that has more than one actionable step is considered a project in his methodology, right? So not like like project management, but in his methodology, if it needs 2 steps or more, it's considered a project. So I have a projects list where you will break down the task into specific actionable steps. So here, you need to figure out what's the outcome of this task. So for Jennifer, need to clean the dining table and have the space so it's all ready for filming. For me, I got to declutter the little area underneath our air vent, because that's where a lot of boxes and luggages and mess that's gathering dust, right? So I could have that on my list, as in, organize the cupboard underneath the air conditioning duct. That could be overwhelming. So the first thing, I'm going to break it down, right? Break it down into steps. First, I'm going to clear everything out. Okay. Did I clear everything, right? Clear everything out. Next, vacuum. Okay. Let me see if I can go and zoom this in a bit. So the outcome is organize and declutter. I'm just writing it very quickly, just so then you know, and declutter space under AC cupboard. Okay, so that's the outcome. What will it look like once this task is completed? That's the project name, right? So not just, so that's the outcome. What does it look like? Next action step, clear everything out. Vacuum, wipe the walls. Because you know how sometimes you've got all those dusts stuck to the wall because underneath the air conditioning vent or the heater vent, you've got all the dust. Okay, sort through the things you took out. Okay, so you got throw, donate, and put back in place, whatever those things you go to do. Okay, so all right, which ones do I need to throw out? Okay, throw. All right, which ones do I need to donate? Get a box for that. Which ones do I need to put back? Okay, so then once that's done, all of those is then put back in place, all the things that you're going to put back. See how instead of saying, for me, like for example, on my daily to do to clean out the cupboard, and I know it takes more than one step to clean the cupboard, I'm going to put it on a projects list where I break down the specific tasks, right? So that means doing all these things. So even the other one, it's, let's say we don't have a car because we just live in the city and we just use public transport. But let's say you need to get car. It's I'm grammatically I'm not right. Car the maintenance. That you got to do your maintenance. All right. So you can have that on your tasks, but then it's not specific enough, right? So you got to go get the phone number, the mechanic, schedule an appointment, all right? Get everything out of the car, or any of your valuables, whatever it is. Put in the planner, or maybe that one's put in the planner, put in schedule, okay? And then, drive the car to mechanic at Sunday, the 15th of July. Okay. Pick up the car whenever they tell you. All right. And then that's done. So the outcome is, so see how instead of just need to have the car, do the maintenance check, you're broken it down. So if today the task is just get the phone number of the mechanic, done. Right? These tasks don't have to be done all in the same time or the same day. Break it down, because that's where the overwhelm comes in. Because you might go, it's just one task on your to-do list, but technically it's more than one step. And that's where we move things from one day to the next, because we are not specific enough in what the steps we need to take. So really, really important that you go and break it down. So as soon as it is more than one actionable step, consider it as a project. And like everything else that has more than more than two things, you manage it one task at a time. Okay. And then as part of my Get Things Done printable download is the someday maybe. So maybe you have things that you want to do, you need to do, would love to do, but not yet, not in the next month, next quarter, maybe not even the next year, but it's something that you want to make sure you get reminded of. Put it in what's called a someday maybe list. Again, it also has buckets or collections. So this might be me stuff, the family, work, whatever other buckets or collections you have. So for me, one of the things I'd love to do is love to learn to play the ukulele. Love to learn to play ukulele. The other me someday maybe is to climb the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Climb Sydney Harbour Bridge. Right? So then I don't have to make room or space in my head to try and remember all these different things that I'd love to do. It is a trusted system that I can go back into. Okay, so far we have came from being overwhelmed with tasks that we have an action that's incomplete, that's piling on top of each other, one on top of the other, and then we're feeling overwhelmed, we're feeling stressed because where do we start, what do we do? So then what I did today is I put it on my to-do list, running to-do list. I started this one on the Saturday and then just started, going through the list. And then if there's stuff, let's say later today I'm going to assign these other open ones into the different days of the week. And then if I go, you know what, I have already too many things on a Monday, don't put any more on your Monday. You know what, on Tuesdays is a day off. Don't put anything on your day off. Why are you putting on your day off? That's the whole point of your day off, is not, you're not putting tasks on there. Maybe only one, right? And then, like here, as Jennifer said, make sure you're also putting habits that you want to achieve each and every day that makes you feel better. My workout, tidying up, rest. Put in your rest on your planner, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You might go, I know I'm going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but what that does when you are time blocking your meals, so let's say this one is breakfast, what is it, lunch, and then dinner, you've taken up that space for your meal, your time to eat. So you're not going to assign anything. Now, instead of the 8 days, it's now, it's 5 hours, 8 days, 8 hours. You now just got 5 hours to try and fit in the things you want to do. So you're not going to try and fit in all these tasks when, well, of course I can't do it during breakfast time. Of course I can't do that during lunch because I need to eat. And of course I can't do that during dinner because I have to go and, eat and rest. And then you go, I'll work through lunch as well. Well, then that's when you're going to get overwhelmed. So that's where we are. Let me know in the chat. And of course, if you are watching on replay, has this been helpful? Right? So recap. Take a break. Leave things as is. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just go. If the place is a mess, you've got, coffee cups that's you haven't drunk all the things, and leave it. Go have a break. Go for a walk. Watch a little bit of TV, maybe half an hour. Put the timer on your watch and just go, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to go and, just scroll through Instagram, scroll through TikTok, and not feel guilty about wasting time, right? It's not a waste of time if you intend to do nothing. If you intend to go and play Switch, the Nintendo. If you intend to just go and veg on the couch, because you are intentional, but just make sure that you're putting a timer on yourself. Because I know for me, I'm like, if I don't, it's like, oh my God, 2 hours is gone. And I've watched these people dancing on TikTok, doing all these things that, yes, it entertained me for an hour and a half, but it ate up some of my time that, I need to make sure. So make sure if you are going to spend time doing nothing, make sure it's an intentional time, and give yourself a little time frame of when to do it. Okay. So then once you've taken your break, give someone a call. Hey, how are you? How's it going? I just need to hear some, lovely news, or I'm having a bit of a hard time, or I don't think I want to go on to live stream today. I'm not up to it. And then your community and your loved ones and your circle of friends with like-minded people will help support you and go, if you don't want to, it's okay. But if you do, we'd love to have you. All right? And then once you've done that, grab a blank piece of paper. Right? Doesn't have to be my printable download, but if it is, make sure you go and check out my website, mariannecrest.com, little side plug, okay? And then just go through the incompletes and just go, is it important to me? Yes. All right. Can I do it in 2 minutes? Yes. Let's do it now. Don't even write it down. Just go. Do it. Put the 2-minute timer on. Do it. Okay. Done. Okay. That's one thing off your list. Done. Okay. Then is it something that I can not do anymore? You know what? I've been saying I wanted to do that, but for the moment, I'm not going to do it. Take it off the list, and then maybe put it on a list of stuff. That's urgent. Is it important? And one of the things also that I do is put some things on your list that's not an incomplete, that will bring you joy. You know what? I know I have a lot of things to do, But if I watch one episode of Bridgerton, which I'm enjoying now, I'm late to the Bridgerton party, it's going to bring me a little bit of entertainment. And then it's that cleanser, right? It's that little mind cleanser, just like the coffee beans when you're smelling perfumes. And then once you've gone through the list, write it all down. Does not need to be in a chronological order. Just write it down. Keep it to one page. And then if you're filling up the page, with too many stuff, make sure you leave some space for anything that come up later on. Right? So this is what I do when I get overwhelmed. Even though I have planners, lots of different planners, lots of different planner printables, sometimes I got to go back to basic and just a one-page list. So then that way it's just a cleanser, right? I'm not looking at the other things that's like, to one page. Go through it. Which ones are urgent? Put them earlier in the week. So then if by any chance those urgent ones that are not time sensitive, that if something does happen, you get sick, you get tired, you can't there's a little emergency, you've still got enough time to do it later on in the week. And try and action your things earlier on in the day as well, or the days that you have the energy. For me, Tuesdays, I like to take the day off because, sometimes I get overwhelmed on Tuesdays. I don't know why. I think it's because, coming from a high on a Monday. So I don't put anything too much on my plate. If there's already too many things on the one particular day, don't assign it on that day. Make sure you assign your days off. Even if you can't take a full day off, only do 1 to 2 things on those days. And then you start to go, this is manageable. And let me just quickly have a look. And then all you got to do, where's my pencil? Right? And then once you have your list, like I said, keep it to a hard number, maybe only 3 to 5 things or 5 to 7 things. And all you got to do is just look at the to-dos on that day. Not all of it, just the things that you said you're going to do on the Monday, or let's say it's a Tuesday, right? And go through that list and just go, all right, let's go. You can do as I do. You can pick and choose which ones to do first, or you just go, sometimes when I do that, I'll go, no, because then I leave all the hard stuff until later, is I just go down the list and just chronologically do them as is. Right? So if you go, I'm going to leave that until later, just do it now. Do the hardest stuff first, because you'll be surprised. You go, that wasn't hard after all. No, that was easy. Why didn't I do it last week? Well, because it was your mind, not just your mind, but your to-do list may be too cluttered. Irene says, I haven't watched Bridgerton yet. Is it worth the time? Look, if you love those like Mr. Darcy stuff, Irene, like Jane Eyre or Emma or any of those stuff, I do like those type of novels and storylines. So for me, it's really, the storyline is more the, I don't like you, but I like you. There's tensions. And then, will they, won't they? They do, they fight, they, normal storytelling of there's friction, and then they get together, and then something happens, and then they work through all that. So it's that very much rom-com style of show. Laura says, it's so useful for when my mood is not so good, but still need to do things. Thank you so much. I'm going to do it right now. So clear, so helpful, exactly what I'm needing. Thank you. That's brilliant. All right. So, and forgive yourself if you don't get to do it. Will it matter in 10 minutes? Probably. Will it matter in 10 weeks? No. Will it matter in 10 years that you didn't get to do this? These are the things that few of the things that we learn in my Plan with Purpose course that I'm going to move it back to July. July, August, because there's a few things I have to do before then. And again, I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I do have a wait list. So if you are feeling like you need extra help, when you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, you have those self-doubts and limiting beliefs, you know exactly what you need to do. But sometimes it just takes someone else to go and point out, because, oh yes, that's right. And you, if you're like me, you probably got a lot of planners to try and solve your, when you get overwhelmed, and know how to, create better habits. You've got all these things. But what I think, what a lot of the productivity gurus, books, and experts is, these are the things to do when everything is going well. But then they don't tell you what to do when you go, 3 weeks into a new planner, when you're a month into, a habit tracking, and then you go, I don't want to do it anymore. This is too hard, or this is what I'm going to do it day in, day out, right? It's those sort of things. So I'm going to make sure I put in the description that if you want to join the wait list of when to get notified when that will be running again. Oh, wow. Thank you, May. Plan with purpose is so worth it. And the great thing is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you'll have lifetime access to the course and the videos, which I'm going to redo, because the first time I did it, I was just going, let's just do this, let's do it, feel the fear and do it anyway. So see, I knew what to do back then. So thank you so much, May, for that beautiful testimonial. I so appreciate it a lot. So, but yeah, and it's that community, just really having that someone just go, I need help. So I am so happy that I got to come on here live. A lot of teething issues with the broadcast and the live stream, but that's okay. We got there in the end, and it has brought me so much joy to see you all in the live chat, as well as, of course, if you do catch this, it may be a little bit blurry. I don't know if you'll get to the end, but if you do, drop me a comment in the comment section and let me know if what I discussed, maybe pop it on audio only, and then I will let you know. And I might go and shoot it again, as keep this on, because I do appreciate all the comments and everything. But thank you so much. I'm going to bid you farewell. The coffee machine in the background is going off. Everyone is waking up here in my household. Irene says, it was fun. Yes, glad you made it today. And again, follow Irene, Budgeting Mama, on YouTube and on Instagram. On Instagram, she's Irene Plans. And Irene's been turning up too. I see you, Irene, doing your videos. So well done. Have a nice week, everybody. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the comment section. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.